100 yards, slide right onto Causeway, A312. Take the next right onto Causeway, A312. Continue on A312 for 1 mile. In a quarter of a mile, at Wagoners Roundabout, take the second exit onto the Parkway, A312. Exit the roundabout onto the Parkway. Continue on the Parkway for 1 mile.
online safety rules will make it a criminal offence to send threatening messages on social media. It will also deal with things like revenge porn and hate crime. The Queen's been hosting a reception at Sandringham House for members of the local community who gathered to mark the monarch's Platinum Jubilee. It was the largest in-person public event Her Majesty has attended since before she was told to rest by doctors last year. And Boris Johnson has appointed Cabinet Office Minister Steve Barclay as his new Chief of Staff. Guito Harry, who served as Johnson's spokesperson when he was London Mayor, has been appointed Director of Communications. The weather this evening and tonight, rain will move across southern England overnight.
In a quarter of a mile, at Cranford Parkway interchange, take the second exit onto the M4 slip road to Heathrow Airport, M25.
Of the UK and in South Wales, dry elsewhere with highs of 10.
LDC. Would you and your business benefit from a more hands-on approach from your accountant? How have you been supported over the past year? At Barnes Roof, we know how important it is to work closely with our clients through both the good times and the bad.
Exit the roundabout onto the slip road. In a quarter of a mile, merge onto M4. quarter of a mile, keep right to stay on M4. Keep right to stay on M4. Continue on M4 for 2 miles. In a quarter of a mile, keep right to stay on M4. Keep right to stay on M4. In 2 miles, at junction 6, take the A355 exit to Slough Central. In a quarter of a mile, at junction 6, take the A355 exit to Slough Central. Exit at junction 6. In a quarter of a mile, at the roundabout, take the 3rd exit onto Tuns Lane, A355. Exit the roundabout onto Tuns Lane. Continue on A355 for 1 mile. Use the middle lane to turn slightly right at Sippenham Lane, then turn left onto Tons Lane. Continue for 1.5 miles.
Read a text message here. As a local councillor, travellers are largely regarded as a problem because they move around the country, parking on green spaces. The whole effort of councils is to keep them at bay and away. Because it takes legal measures to stop travellers making camp, they're seen as a cost to be avoided. Us and them is the attitude, really. There must be something better than this. A bit of understanding or cooperation, perhaps. You're right to transpose the world back. To transpose the word black or Jewish as a benchmark to check for discrimination. It's what I do, and it really tells it like it is. There's another one here that I just want to read, one last one here from Sally. David, I worked as a teacher advisor for the Gypsy Roma traveller community from 1983 until 2012. The racism against the community was appalling back then, and despite making massive progress towards greater inclusion during the last Labour government, there appears to be completely been wiped out over the last decade. I thought I'd heard it all until this vile so-called joke even made my jaw drop. There's simply no other minority that would be allowed, that would be treated like this. Kathleen in Slough in Berkshire, thank you so much for calling in, Kathleen.
Oh, hello, David. Nice to speak to you.
And to you.
Yeah, thank you for your introduction. It was heartfelt. It really was. You covered everything, and thank you so much.
Thank you for saying that, Kathleen.
Okay. It's about this Jimmy Carr joke, so-called joke. I mean, when he was writing it, didn't he realise he was crossing a line? You know, a line which would hurt and anger people?
I think he did. That's why it's so cruel. He knew. He said this might cause offence. So yes. He knew he was targeting. Are you from a Romany background, Kathleen?
I am. I'm a Romany gypsy woman. I'm 76 years old, and I've fought prejudice, racism, all of this, all of my life. You know, from school to work and job opportunities and promotion were denied. You know, didn't go as far as you wanted with your career because of it.
Do you think it's got better or worse?
I think it's as bad or worse. As bad or worse. Because of social media, obviously. Yeah. It's worse. People have more opportunity to get online and say what they want, you know. So I think from that point of view, yes, it's worse.
Have you got a Netflix account?
Yes.
How do you feel about the fact that Netflix have still got this up?
No, I haven't had an opportunity today. I've been trying to ring in all day, but that's going off right away. That's gone. That's gone.
I mean, it really sickens me because they could act now. They could at least edit out the offensive bit of the dark materials, couldn't they?
Yes, they could. They could, absolutely. I mean, when he was writing it, this joke, so-called joke, didn't he realise he was crossing a line, you know? A line, you know, it can hurt and anger people.
The point is, Kathleen, that's the whole... I mean, very, very sadly, I think he probably did, but he didn't care because his comedy and the money he'll make is more important. Thank you so much, Kathleen, for calling in. God bless you. Chrissy in Maidstone. Chrissy.
Hi. I'm obviously, like most other people anyway, I'm pretty incensed regarding the content of Jimmy Carr's video that's now appearing on Netflix. I am the original poster on Twitter yesterday that sent everybody into a frenzy regarding. Yeah. So I think what a lot of people are missing on this is they are, some people trying to defend. It's a joke. It's dark humour. If you don't want to listen to it, then don't listen to it. Turn it off. It's not the point. The point, and what I was trying to convey, and what everybody seems to be missing.
In 200 yards, turn left onto Buckingham Avenue.
Epidemic at the moment of suicide amongst our young people and right across the range, actually. What's happening is...
In 300 yards, turn right onto Henley Road.
Has been seen to be a big cause of what is happening. People don't realise that young men in our society, in our community, are 6 times more likely to commit suicide than the national average.
Take the next right onto Henley Road, then turn right onto Buckingham Avenue.
Reminds you